Nature of roots of quadratic equation. This is based on the most essential learning competencies from Grade 8. The objectives of this lesson, the learners are expected to solve for the discriminant, describe the roots of quadratic equation using discriminant, and determine the number of real solutions of quadratic equation. Discriminant is the value of the expression b squared minus 4ac. This value can be used to describe the nature of roots of quadratic equation denoted by letter D. So, si b squared minus 4ac, siya yung ating magiging formula para makuha natin yung discriminant. The standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And one of the methods to find the solution or the roots of quadratic equation is by using quadratic formula. So, sa quadratic formula, makikita nyo doon, yung nasa loob ng radical sign or ng square root symbol ay yung b squared minus 4ac, which is yung ating discriminant. So, these are the steps to find the discriminant of a quadratic equation. Write the equation into standard form if necessary. So, kung hindi siya naka-standard form, i-rewrite muna natin siya into standard form. Ano nga ulit yung standard form? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And then, identify the value of a, b, and c. Substitute the value of a, b, and c sa ating formula na b squared minus 4ac. And simplify. So, meron tayong table na dapat nating tandaan, no? In finding the nature or the discriminant of quadratic equation. So, una, if the value of the discriminant is 0, so kung ang makukuha nating value ng discriminant ay equal sa 0, meron siyang 1 root of multiplicity 2. And pag describe natin yung roots niya, meron siyang real, rational, and equal roots. So, kapag naman greater than 0 and perfect square, so greater than 0, ibig sabihin positive numbers, no? And perfect square. So, ano-ano ba yung mga example ng perfect square? 4, 25, 36, no? So, 121. Meron siyang 2 real roots. And the nature of roots is real, rational, and unequal. Then, if the value of the discriminant is greater than 0 but not perfect square, so hindi daw perfect square. So, ano-ano naman yon? Meron tayong 3, 5, 21, and so on and so forth. Now, meron siyang 2 real roots, and the nature of roots is real, irrational, and unequal. And kapag ang value naman daw ng discriminant ay less than 0, so ibig sabihin negative numbers yung makukuha nating value ng discriminant, siya ay no real roots. And ang nature of roots ay non-real roots or imaginary number. No? So, let's try. Example number 1. X squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Naka-standard form na ang ating equation. So, identify na lang natin ang value ng a, b, and c. So, ang value ng a ay imaginary 1, ang value ng b ay negative 4, at ang value ng c ay 4. Substitute natin yung value ng a, b, and c sa ating b squared minus 4ac. So, meron tayong negative 4 squared kasi yun yung value ng b, minus 4, kinopya mula sa ating formula, multiplied by value of a, which is 1, and then multiplied by the value of c, which is 4. So, simplify natin. Negative 4 squared or negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. And then, etong minus 4 multiplied by 1 and multiplied by 4 is minus 16 or negative 16. So, 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. So, ang discriminant natin ay 0. So, saan magpo-fall si 0 sa ating table? Siya ay nag-fall sa ating unang row, no? Which is, the number of roots is 1 root of multiplicity 2, and pag dinescribe natin ang kanyang roots, meron siyang real, rational, and equal roots. So, let's check kung magkakaroon nga tayo ng real, rational, and equal roots kapag sinolve natin ang roots ni x squared minus 4, x plus 4 is equal to 0. So, ang nakuha nating discriminant ay 0. So, pag ginamit natin yung factoring, pag pinactor out natin siya, magkakaroon tayo ng quantity x minus 2 multiplied by quantity x minus 2 is equal to 0. And then, equate natin sila sa 0, magkakaroon tayo ng x minus 2 is equal to 0, and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So, solve for the value of x. So, magkakaroon tayo sa x minus 2 equal to 0 ng x is equal to 0. And dun din sa isa, magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to 0. So, therefore, tama na ang measure of roots ng ating equation na x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0 ay real, rational, and equal roots. Ma'am, bakit equal? Kasi nga pareho silang 2. No? Next example. X squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. So, naka-standard form ulit siya. So, value ng A is 1, value ng B is negative 7, at ang value ng C ay 10. So, substitute this value sa ating formula na B squared minus 4AC. Meron tayong negative 7 squared minus 4. Kopya ulit mula sa ating formula, and then multiply it by the value of A, which is 1, and multiply it again with the value of C, which is 10. So, negative 7 squared is 49, or negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. Then, 4 times 1 times 10, or negative 4 times 1 times 10, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 40. So, therefore, meron tayong 49 minus 40 is equal to 9. So, si 9, saan kaya siya magpo-fall sa ating table? So, since ang 9, siya ay magpo-fall sa second row. No, kasi siya ay greater than 0 and perfect square. So, 9 is a perfect square. So, therefore, meron tayong 2 real, rational, and an equal roots. No? So, pag sinolve ulit natin yung roots ni x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng unequal roots. 2 real roots, rational, and unequal roots. No? So, let's try. By factoring, so, pag pinactor out natin siya, magkakaroon tayo ng quantity x minus 5 is equal to quantity x minus 5 multiplied by quantity x minus 2 is equal to 0. Then, x minus 5 is equal to 0 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So, solve for x, meron tayong x is equal to 5 para dun sa isa. And dito naman sa x minus 2, magkakaroon tayo ng x is equal to 2. So, therefore, ang ating roots ay 5 and 2. So, tama nga. 2 real, rational, and unequal roots. Unequal kasi magkaiba sila. 5 and 2. Next, another example. So, x squared plus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0. So, meron ulit, naka-standard form ulit si ating given. So, therefore, identify na lang natin ang ating ABC. So, ang A is 1, ang B ay 6, at ang C ay 3. Substitute this value sa ating B squared minus 4AC. Magkakaroon tayo ng 6 squared minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 3. Kasi yun yung mga values ng A, B, and C. Then, 6 squared is 36, or 6 times 6. Then, negative 4 times 1 times 3 is negative 12. So, therefore, meron tayong 36 minus 12 is equal to 24. So, si 24, saan siya magpo-fall doon sa ating table? Siya ay nag-fall sa 30. Go! Siya ay greater than 0 but not perfect square. So, therefore, meron tayong 2 real, irrational, and unequal roots. So, how about number 4? X squared plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So, naka-standard form ulit. Identify na lang natin yung A, B, and C. So, A is 1, imaginary 1. B is 2, and C is 5. So, substitute ulit natin sila sa B squared minus 4AC. Meron tayong 2 squared minus 4. Kasi yan yung pinope ulit mula sa formula. And then multiply by the value of A, which is 1. And multiply by the value of C, which is 5. So, 2 squared is 4 multiplied by negative 4 times 1 times 5 is negative 20. So, meron tayong 4 minus 20 is equal to negative 16. So, saan magpupol si negative 16 sa table? Siya ay magpupol sa last row. Less than 0. Kasi nga, negative yung nakuha nating value ng discriminant. So, therefore, meron tayong no real roots or imaginary ang ating magiging nature of roots. I hope naintindihan nyo kahit paano ang ating naging talakayan. So, thank you and God bless.